We're going to start on our baguette dough. And traditionally, a baguette weighs 350 grams. And this recipe is going to make us enough dough for 3 baguettes. Last night, I put together equal parts flour and water with a pinch of yeast, mixed it together, covered it overnight, and this is what it looks like. So 587 grams of all-purpose flour, 370 grams of warm but not scalding hot water, and we'll just add those together and combine. With a 1/4 teaspoon of yeast. Your hands are the best tool. Just make a paddle, go around. Your hands are going to get gross, that's part of the game, but if you keep your fingers together, they'd be less gross than they would otherwise be. Keep combining this. Every now and then it helps to kind of turn it over and squeeze it together. If you need to, you can use a little bench scraper here. This is helpful for those hard to reach spots. Now you can see this is a very shaggy dough, but if you're used to working with like a cookie mix or a cake mix or something, this doesn't look like either one of those two things. Okay, we're just going to cover this, put it in timeout, let it think about what it did. In about an hour or so we'll come back and do the next step.
1 hour later.
Next, add 58 grams of warm water to the poolish, stir it to loosen it up, and add it to the dough. Then add 12 grams of kosher salt, I like diamond crystal, and mix that together. The dough will appear very wet at first, just keep mixing until all that moisture is incorporated. Empty the dough onto a clean work surface and do a series of French folds. Take the dough, stretch it, fold it over itself, rotate 90 degrees, repeat about 100-150 times until the dough looks nice and pliable. If your hands start to stick, just dip them in a little bit of water and continue right on. You may also find it helpful to periodically use a dough scraper to clean your bench and then incorporate all of that flour and all that moisture into your working ball of dough. After half an hour, do a series of 4 stretch and folds. These are called coil folds. You'll pick the dough up from the center and let it coil under its own weight. You're building surface tension here and trapping some oxygen into the dough. It's going to give you a nice, open, airy crumb. Right now the dough is very extensible, very soft, very supple. All the things that you like to see in a bread dough, all the things that are hard to achieve with a high hydration dough. This one is not going to fight us anymore. It's nice and pliable.
The next day.
Okay, our baguette dough has rested overnight in the fridge. Now we will add some bench flour here. Take it out. Okay. You can see it's totally transformed in character. We're just going to divide this in, let's say, we do want to put some surface tension on here, so rotate it and use your fingers as a gate to kind of stretch it that way. Last one here, pinch, 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 pinch. Now we get a nice ball. Flip it over, make it more into a ball shape. Okay, so now we have 3 balls that are more or less the same size, close enough. Here. Take each one, flip it over, kind of flatten it out a little bit. Take each end, flatten it out, stretch it out. Right, and then with our hands, just stretch, fold over, kind of press it down, use our palm of the hand to push it back, in, push, roll, push, roll, push, and then kind of roll it into a rough shape. This is much smaller than the real shape. We don't really want the actual baguette yet. We just want it to get used to the idea of being a baguette when it grows up. Alright, spin it around, kind of stretch it till we get sort of quasi-baguette shape. Pull, give it a little seam, push, roll it over, kind of pinch the seam together. Alright, and using your hands, starting from the center and going out. And we'll cover these and let them go for about 15 minutes or so.
A few minutes later.
We flip it over, the same thing as before. And stretch it out from the ends a little bit. And then we take, I'm going to work backwards upside down so you can see this. Alright, press it in, fold it over, press it in, pull it back, fold it over. Okay, and then, great. And that's more or less a baguette shape. Last guy, stretch him out a little bit, turn it over, kind of little seam, roll it and pull back, seam it down, roll it and pull back. Good enough. It's probably about 14 inches or so, maybe. Close enough. Just kind of grab underneath it. We need to create some steam in our oven, so I'm preheating some lava rocks in a cast iron pan. I'm also putting some kitchen towels in a smaller pan, and about 15 minutes before we start baking, I'm going to add some hot water to that pan. The oven, by the way, is preheating to 500 degrees. There's an inverted cookie tray above it that's going to act as our baking surface. So add the hot water, close the oven, let it continue heating for another 15 minutes, and meanwhile, we're going to go score our bread. I'm going to transfer each baguette from the couche to a piece of parchment paper on top of an inverted baking sheet. It's going to give us another solid surface to work on. Then I'm going to shape these back into baguette shape. I'm using an X-Acto knife. I'm going to make 3 to 4 lines, each one overlapping the previous one by about a third. These are going to help give us the nice shape. If we don't do this, the oven spring will be uncontrolled and the baguettes will kind of explode in unpredictable ways. This gives it a nice elegant shape. Now we transfer it to our oven, sliding the parchment paper from the old tray onto the hot one. We're going to create even more steam now by taking some boiling hot water and boiling it over those lava rocks. Again, the towels on the left are also another source of moisture. Those are already wet from about 15 minutes ago. So we'll just add this water in here. And we'll close the oven up and let that steam for a good 20 minutes or so. Now every minute or so for the first 5 minutes of cooking, we'll spray the tops of the baguettes. Then after 20 minutes, we'll remove the steam and we'll bake the baguettes for an additional 5 to 10 minutes, possibly even longer depending on your preference. We want to make sure the crust is a nice golden brown, maybe even a chestnut brown color. That's how I like it. And the internal temperature of those baguettes should be right around 200, maybe 205 degrees Fahrenheit if you use a digital thermometer. Here you have the finished result. Beautiful chestnut brown baguettes, nice crust, good oven spring. Oh, these are great. I wish you could smell these. I wish you could eat them. I encourage you to try this recipe. You'll be thrilled. I'm going to use this to make some croutons for some French onion soup. Stick around for that recipe. Thanks for watching. Happy eating.